Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 9. Here we will explain about research design mixed method. There are some points that we will explain. Number 1 is definition. Number 2, purpose and challenges. Number 3, advantages. Number 4, characteristic. Number 5, approach. And the last is steps. The definition of mixed method. In general, mixed method research represents research that involves collecting, analyzing, and interpreting quantitative and qualitative data in a single study or in a series of studies that investigate the same underlying phenomenon. Mixed methods may be defined as research in which the investigator collects and analyzes data, integrates the finding and draws inference using both qualitative and quantitative approaches or methods in a single study. The purpose of mixed method research is not to replace either qualitative or quantitative research, but rather to extract the strengths and diminish the weaknesses in both approaches within a single study. The challenges of this method is relatively new, often considered complicated and long processing time. It's time-consuming and expensive. It is difficult to find researchers with experience in both qualitative and quantitative research. Researchers must learn a variety of methods and be able to figure out how to integrate each method effectively. Methodological purists believe that a researcher should choose qualitative or quantitative paradigm and not both. How to interpret conflicting results and analyze qualitative data qualitatively still needs to be explored. The advantages of mixed method compares quantitative and qualitative data. Mixed methods are especially useful in understanding contradiction between quantitative results and qualitative findings. Reflects participants' point of view. Mixed methods give a voice to study participants and ensure that study findings are grounded in participants' experiences. Foster scholarly interaction. Such studies add breadth to multidisciplinary theme research by encouraging the interaction of quantitative, qualitative, and mixed method scholars. Provides methodological flexibility. Mixed methods have great flexibility and are adaptable to many study designs, such as observational studies and randomized trials, to elucidate more information than can be obtained in only quantitative research. Collects rich, comprehensive data. Mixed methods also mirror the way individuals naturally collect information by integrating quantitative and qualitative data. For example, sports stories frequently integrate quantitative data, score, or number of errors, with qualitative data, description, and image of highlights to provide a more complete story than either method would alone.
Characteristic. There are 6 characteristics at this research. First, the analysis of both qualitative and quantitative data. Second, the collection of both open and closed-ended data, or qualitative and quantitative data, in response to research questions. Third, persuasive and rigorous procedures for the qualitative and quantitative methods. 4. The integration of these two data sources, like by merging, connecting, and embedding. 5. The use of specific mixed method design that involve a concurrent or sequential integrations. And last is an approach to research that has a philosophical foundation. Approach. First, convergent. Convergent is methods with qualitative and quantitative approaches in activities carried out together or simultaneously. Compared to the two, it ends with an interpretation. Second, sequential explanations. This method begins with the use of quantitative methods, followed with a qualitative methods, then ends with an interpretation. Third, sequential explorations. This method begins with the use of a qualitative method, followed with the next quantitative methods, ends with interpretations. Fourth, inserters. In the insertions, the researcher only inserts a part or small part with one approach on the approach other, then ends with interpretation. 5. Transformative. These methods, the researchers conducted data collection data, analysis quantitative and qualitative separately, and so on, transforming data from one data to another, then ends with an interpretation. 6. Multi-level. In this model, different methods are used to deal with different levels or bases in a system. 7. Action review research. Quantitative and qualitative data collection and analysis techniques are good concurrent or sequential. Steps for conducting a mixed methods. First, determine if a mixed method study is feasible. Second, identify a rationale for a mixed method study. Third, identify the data collection strategy and type of design. 4. Develop quantitative, qualitative, and mixed methods questions. 5. Collect quantitative and qualitative data. 6. Analyze data separately or concurrently. 7. Write the report as a one or two page study.
A mixed method study of the beliefs and attitudes of teachers regarding the developmental appropriateness of technology in early childhood. Background. Along with the development of technology in various fields, including in the fields of education, there are few studies to examine this phenomenon. Purpose. With the widespread of use technology in all areas of everyday life, including the educational sector, make this an optional time to carry out of this study to determine how technology is being implemented in this setting and how related beliefs and attitudes of the teachers affect the integration. Research problem. The study sought to explain the impact touchscreen devices have on the instruction in early childhood environment as teachers navigate their pedagogy aimed at addressing the educational needs of digital natives they are responsible for. Key term used: developmentally appropriate practice, developmentally appropriate technology use, high impact professional learning, implementation, and self efficacy. Research question. Number 1. Is there a relationship between the belief and attitudes of preschool and kindergarten teachers related to the developmental appropriateness of technology and the level of implementation of technology in the classroom. Number two, is there a relationship between the demographic of preschool and kindergarten teachers and their beliefs and attitudes relate to the developmental appropriateness of technology? Number three, is there a relationship between the level of implementation of technology in preschool and kindergarten classrooms and demographic of the teachers? Conceptual framework. Penderec's social cognitive theory as well Rogers' diffusion of innovation theory was used as a framework to guide research effort. Research design, method, and procedures. The mixed method study employed both a survey distributed to the preschool and kindergarten participants. The one-on-one interviews were conducted with teachers who had further to share about their experiences with technology implementation in the region. The data collected during the semi-structured interview process were digitally recorded and transcribed for analysis.
A mixed method study of English language learners' academic achievements in a Spanish language immersion school by Ibtihal Salman. Background: many immigration students from several countries have difficulty speaking English. Then the reason of this research are encourage children of native country to be bilingual. Purpose: the purpose of this convergent parallel mixed method study was to investigate of using Spanish as an instructional tool has impact on the Spanish IELTS academic achievements who are enrolled in a Midwestern Spanish language immersion school. Third, K-term use. Bilingual education, dual language, English language learner or ELL, first language, MAP test, one-way immersions, and then two-way immersions. Research questions: how does Spanish instructions impact IELTS achievement in a one-way language immersion school using IELTS and non-IELTS students' mathematics and ELA, MAP, mean scores and teachers' interview data? Second, how do interviews with teachers describe instructions to support IELTS academic learning in a one-way immersion school? Third, is there a statistically significant difference in MEP-ALA and mathematics mean scores for IELTS and non-IELTS students instructed in Spanish? Framework: bilingual education in the United States, English language learners' academic achievements. Research design: this study integrated both quantitative and qualitative methods using a mixed method research design. The research questions determine the methods undertaken.